Good evening. Welcome to the Corporation of Township of Cliftonch, January 13, 2026 Committee of Adjustment Meeting, electronic participation and in person. We will have 4 minor variances today as part of this Committee of Adjustment to consider, and then we'll move into the Planning Development Advisory Committee. We'll be reviewing 1 severance application. So please note that the meeting is video and audio recorded, and all electronic meetings are uploaded to the municipality's YouTube page. By registering to participate in the meeting by electronic means, we're consenting to have your likeness and comments recorded and posted to YouTube. So we'll start with roll call. Kim McCarthy.
Here.
Kira Atia.
Here.
Chris Picard.
Present.
And I, Councilor Johnson Poulos, I'm present as well. Well, there's a chair here in the front if you want to sit down.
All right. Thanks.
Great. Okay, in attendance is also our Secretary Treasurer, Veronica Farco, to my right, and on our far end is our Municipal Clerk, Justine Beverston. So we'll move into our moment of reflection. Thank you. Okay. Monica, would you read the confirmation agenda?
Yes. That the committee approves the January 13th, 2026 agenda and addendum as circulated, and that the committee approves the addition to the agenda as follows. Consent item 6.2, questions received from the committee seeking additional information and the corresponding responses provided by staff regarding the January 13th, 2026 Committee of Adjustment agenda.
Okay, we have a mover and seconder. Moved by Chris, seconded by Kim. All in favor? Thank you. Do we have any disclosure of conflict of interest? No. Okay, thank you. Okay, would you read out the consent agenda? Monica?
Yeah, that the consent agenda items listed for the January 13th, 2026 committee meeting be received for information.
Okay, I have a mover.
Sure.
Zero, second. Okay, all in favor? Thank you. Okay, so now we'll move into the hearing part of the meeting. The purpose of these hearings is to inform and provide the public with the opportunity to ask questions or express their views with respect to a minor variance application before us today. The township requests that you please notify the secretary of the committee by email at planning@cliftonch.ca if you wish to be on record and would like to be notified of future hearings and decisions regarding specific application. The format of each hearing is as follows. I'll read the application to be heard and ask staff to display the relevant information. Staff will present information reports, specifically outline the purpose of the application, summarizing compliance with township notification submission requirements, and outlining staff comments. The applicant then will be asked to come forward and present the purpose and details of the application and present any further relevant information. Following this, the public can ask questions, obtain clarification, and express their views on the proposal. You have a maximum of 10 minutes to speak. Following this, the members of the committee can likewise ask the proponent clarification and questions. And if a member wishes to add a condition, I will ask for a vote on the condition. The committee will deliberate the application with any approved conditions and render a decision. The decision will be subject to a 20-day appeal period. So we'll go to the first application, which is 7.1 D13 MAS, Mass, Deborah and Richard, 4225 Sidewalk 20, Township of Cliftonch, requesting relief of new comprehensive zoning bylaw 23-2018 as amended from section 11.4, table 11.3 to allow for reduced lot frontage of 20 meters for a reduced lot agricultural lot instead of 25 meters as required. Okay, so would you please, Monica, summarize the application, notification requirements?
Yeah, so they are requesting relief of the new comprehensive zoning bylaw 23-2018 as amended from section 11.4, table 11.3 to allow a reduced lot frontage of 20 meters for a reduced agricultural lot instead of 25 meters as required.
Okay, do we have any agency public comments and recommendations?
We do not.
Okay, so would the applicant or agent please come forward, or is she in the audience, in the electronic participating? Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah, go ahead, Haley.
Oh, hi, sorry, can you hear me?
If we can.
Okay, great. Good evening, everyone. My name is Haley Keast from Van Harten Surveying. And I'll just give you a brief overview, but a severance has been approved subject to conditions for this property, and a single detached dwelling is proposed. The retained parcel is flag shaped with the narrower frontage, and then it widens to the rear where a house will be built. So we're looking, we're requesting reduced frontage for that parcel to be 20 meters instead of 25. The parcel was evaluated to make sure that safe access is possible within the 20 meter frontage. And we don't see any issues or impacts on the adjacent properties. So we consider this request to be minor. The remaining zoning requirements are met for both parcels. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Thank you. Okay, so now is the public's opportunity. Monica, would you please indicate a number of names of registrants?
We have none.
Okay, all right. Is there anybody online who'd like to speak to this item?
If there's anyone currently online that would like to ask any questions regarding this application, if you can please use the raise your hand function.
Is there anybody in the audience who would like to speak to this particular application? Saying none, okay. Okay, Monica, are there any written comments received regarding this application?
No.
Okay, okay, so committee members, do any members of the committee have questions regarding the application? Start to you, Kim.
No.
Okay, Zero?
I do not.
Chris?
Nothing, thank you.
And I don't as well. Okay, so, we do not have any conditions. Anybody wish to make a specific condition? No? Okay, so, we'll read out the actual application and, we either approve, oppose, or defer, taking into account that, the four, aspects of the line of variance have to be, adhered to, to be minor in nature, desirable, and to be within general intent and purpose of the official plan, and to be within the general intent and purpose of the zoning bylaw. So we'll start with you, Ken. Zero? Approve. Chris? Approve. I approve as well, and it's subject to a 20-day appeal period.
Great, thanks, everyone.
All right. Now we're going to move into the next one. 7.2 D13 SYE Sayed Nazer 6551 Ellis Road, Township Wilson's requesting relief from new comprehensive zoning bylaw 23-2018 as amended from section 4.10A to permit a building height of 14.4 meters for a single family dwelling, whereas a maximum height of 10 meters is required. Requesting relief of a new zoning comprehensive zoning bylaw 23-2018 as amended from section 4.10 to permit a non-habitable roof structure with a total height of 16.34 meters, whereas 16 meters is required. So, Monica, would you please summarize the application, notification, submission requirements, outlining staff and agency comments and recommendations?
Yeah, so they're requesting relief of the new comprehensive zoning bylaw number 23-2018 as amended from section 4.10A to permit a building height of 14.4 meters for a single family dwelling, whereas a maximum height of 10 meters is required. And they're also requesting relief from section 4.10 to permit a non-habitable rooftop structure with a total height of 16.34 meters, whereas 16.0 meters is permitted.
have we had any public comments?
Yes, we have. I will pull that up. I'll read it aloud for everyone. So we received a public comment from, pardon me?
Can we back up a minute?
Oh, sure, if you want me to.
Sure.
Okay, and I believe this individual is in the audience. If they want to speak to it, we can do that after, but I will read it aloud. Referring to the application for 6551 Ellis Road, my concerns are a possible blockage of natural light issues for Ed and Pat Butler, having lived there for over 40 years, and other long-term residents. However, I do not know where the building is to be actually located in the area. How will this affect the water table for the Butlers? The Said family are renowned along Ellis Road for their inattention to the outlying perimeters of their property. It took a very long time to demolish and clean up the house, which was at the bottom of their driveway. The horse barn on the other side of the same driveway is now abandoned and a constant eyesore. Before their house fire, there was another around Labor Day weekend, some years back, which needed extinguishing with fire trucks. This was another barn and sat on the corner adjacent to Rick and Kathy Butler's property. The Said family were not visually affected by it, but Rick and Kathy had to view it daily. I don't remember if action was taken to remedy it or if it is still the same. The grass cutting and property line needs more maintenance. Just 2 or 3 more times annually is, just 2 or 3 times annually is insufficient. The side access to 6551 is often seen as a quagmire, especially with large vehicles accessing the property now. It is noted that if problems are not visually apparent to the Said family, they do not pay attention to them. We have newer residents on Ellis Road now, and they have done significant improvements to their homes, making them visually attractive. Could a provision be included with this minor variance to make sure that these items are attended to? Thank you.
All right, so would the applicant please come forward and present the application? Please state your name and address for the record, please. Have a seat.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Nasser Syed, and I reside at 65 Ellis Road currently. I'm planning to build a new residence at 6551 Ellis Road. The home is located towards the back end of the lot.
Would it help if you went to look at it and presented it from there, or?
Oh, sure. Yeah, the home is located more towards the back end of the lot. It's it's scrolled down, you can see it. Yeah, I'd hold that right there for a second. And it's 486.61 meters back from Ellis Road.
So can you specifically talk about the minor variances you're asking for?
Yes, we're requesting a height relief. For this part over here. To 14.4 meters, as well as this part over here to 16.34 meters.
Any other relevant information you'd like to mention? Okay, fair enough. So once you have a seat there and last the public you have any registrants to speak? Monica, are there registrants requested to speak?
If there are any attendees online that wish to speak to this application, you could please use the raise your hand function. Is there anyone in the gallery that would like to speak?
Sure, once you come here, please come here and
Sorry,
have a seat, state your name.
my name is Ed Butler. That letter that was up there. I did not send that. Who sent that?
It was sent by Verity Stop Cam.
All I need to know.
Okay.
It was not me
Thank
or
you.
my son.
And Verity has raised their hand, so they're true, if I can. have them
Sure.
speak.
Okay.
Go ahead, Verity.
Please state your full name and address, please. Hi, Verity, we can't hear you. I don't know if you're muted. Looks like you're muted. You got the red symbol at your
Hello?
bottom there. Yes, we can hear you
Hello?
now. So, yes, we can hear
Okay.
you. So could you please state your
My
name?
name
and
is Verity. Yeah, my name is Verity Stockham, and I live at 6558 Ellis Road.
Okay, please state your comments or ask any questions or whatever the case may be.
Okay, I was just wondering exactly where the property is going to be, sorry, the building is going to be located. I know the gentleman pointed to it on the screen, but I'm speaking on a cell phone, so it was really, really small. Is it any way you could blow the screen up anyway, so I could see exactly where it's going to be built?
In this area, correct?
No, it's right at the top.
It's 486.61 meters back from Ellis Road.
How
Did you hear
close
that,
is it
Verity?
to Eden Parks?
Sorry, Verity, can't hear you.
How close is it to Ed and Pat Butlers and Rick and Kathy Butlers? And also the Cuttings that live next door to them?
I believe it'd be more than 300 meters back from them.
So it would not infringe on their light rights?
They wouldn't even be able to see it from where it's located. It's behind trees.
Okay, and how will it affect the water table?
That's not germane to this particular application. We're here strictly for a minor grants application dealing with the height of the domicile and the height of a unused space for mechanical equipment.
Fair enough. I just didn't want Ed and Pat to have more problems than they already do with their water situation.
Do you have any other questions or comments, Verity?
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Okay. Are there anybody in the audience who'd like to come forward and represent, ask questions?
No.
Okay. It's just for clarity. That might be simpler.
Have a seat.
Just for the short.
State your name and address for the record.
Rick Butler, 6557, Alice. I'm involved in all of this after we had nothing to do it. But I'm just curious if I can just get you to just point where it is. It's hard to see that screen from back there. So,
You're right over
okay, so
here.
behind the hill.
Yeah, we're behind the hill and there's actually trees that are
Right,
obscuring it.
Okay,
Yeah, it's like you're obscured on both,
Yeah.
four sides almost.
100%. I know where you're.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I wasn't sure if you were going to be right on the hill.
Oh, no.
You're back here.
Yeah, we're back here. We're actually at the top of it.
Okay. That's all I wanted. That was it. That cleared everything up from.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you. Anybody else in the audience have any questions or comments? None? Okay, so let's go around the table. Kim, questions or comments? Hero.
Yeah, I just had a question. So I understand from the application that you're also like the designer for the house, right?
That's correct.
So for one of the reasons it said, like, for the reason for the application, it says that, like, the reason you're requesting a minor variance is because at this point it would require a redesign of, the upper floor or removal of an additional floor.
Yeah, what?
So I'm just wondering, was that just something that was, overlooked prior, or was it like, what? If you're designing the house in the first place, why was that not considered in the first, for the first iteration?
We were looking at it, more for like a circulation standpoint, for how the home is to function. And, it's, by allowing it, it creates some, different separations for that, for the purpose of, the entertaining and stuff.
Thanks. I don't have any more questions.
Okay, Chris.
Nothing for me, thank you.
Okay, I don't have any questions. Right, it's time to read the decision. Or I should ask, are there any conditions any members would like to add? No? Okay, thank you. So the again, decision whether approved, opposed, or deferred, and it's based on our opinion whether the variance is minor in nature, is desirable, for the appropriate development or use of the properties within the general intent and purpose of the official plan, or within the general intent and purpose of zoning bylaws. So start with you, Kim.
Approved.
Carol? Good. Chris?
Approved.
And I approve it as well. And it's subject to a 20-day appeal period. Okay, you're all done.
Thank you.
You can leave now if you like. Hey, anybody else would like to leave, you can do so now before we deal with the next item.
Take care.
Okay, so we're going on to the next one. 7.3 D13 HEJ He Jin Win 7123 Smith Road, Township Pussons, requesting relief of new comprehensive zoning bylaw 23-2018 as amended from section 4.4.2. Table 4.1 to permit maximum lot coverage for accessory buildings and structures of at least 7.5 meters squared instead of 200 meters squared as required. Okay, Mike, would you please summarize the application, notification, submission requirements, outlining staff, agency, public comments and recommendations?
Requesting relief of the new comprehensive zoning bylaw 23-2018 as amended from section 4.4.2, table 4.1 to permit a maximum lot coverage for accessory buildings and structures of 287.5 meters squared instead of 200 meters squared. And we do have a number of public comments if you'd like me.
Sure.
Okay. I will read a number of public comments that were received. Some of them were posted in the agenda as amended this morning or yesterday, I'm sorry. So I'll just be reading the three that were not included in the agenda. So the first one here. This is from an individual named Talit Genk. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I apologize. We are writing regarding the expansion for D13 HEJ on 7123 Smith Road. My neighbors and I would like to clearly express that we are strongly against this project. The owners of this property have been using the site as a transport truck terminal and repair facility. Because our residential properties in Heritage Lake Estates are next to the site, which has been used as a business enterprise, we are extremely concerned. This business will create traffic, noise, and reduce our residential property value. We have already witnessed some traffic and noise. There are currently 4 transport truck trailers parked on the property, and there has been continuous loud metal grinding and sawing occurring daily. Multiple workers have been observed coming and going, which further suggests that this is being operated as a commercial or industrial repair operation. We think that this activity appears to be an illegal use of the property and a potential violation of zoning 023-18 and noise bylaw 6001-24. We respectfully request that this application be rejected as the ongoing activity is directly having a significant impact on us. The next one is from 120 Heritage Lake Drive, Lacani. We are writing with regards to the expansion planning for the application D13 HEJ. Heritage Lake Estates is a gated community consisting of 75 plus families. Families want to raise our kids in a quiet, peaceful, and beautiful residential community. The proposed expansion planning application puts our lifestyle in danger, and as such, we are strongly against this project. The owners of this property at 7123 Smith Road have been using the site as a business enterprise for a transport truck terminal and repair facility. Heritage Lake Estates is right next to the above site. We are therefore very concerned. This business in a residential area will create traffic noise and reduce our residential property values. We have already witnessed the traffic and noise. There are currently 4 transport truck trailers parked on the property, and there has been continuous loud metal grinding and sawing occurring daily. Multiple workers have been observed coming and going, which further suggests this location is being operated as a commercial or industrial repair operation. We also think that the activity appears to be an illegal use of the property and a potential violation of zoning 023-18 and noise bylaw 6001-24. We respectfully request that this application be rejected as the ongoing activity is directly having a significant impact on us.
Thank you.
I have one more.
Oh, sorry.
Apologies. The last one is from Brian Fearon. And they state, as the resident / owner of 35 Visor Drive, I wish to formally object to this application. Increasing the size by 30% is not minor and may affect my quality of life. My property faces the west side of the applicant's lot, and such a large structure will be an eyesore, potentially lowering the value of my home. It should also be noted that I suspect the applicant is using the property for commercial use and wishes to hide commercial activity inside the newly built accessory building. The applicant has a history of creating excessive noise, which is extremely annoying to our residential community.
Thank you. Okay, the owner applicant, please come forward, make their presentation. Have a seat there, please, and state your name and address for the record.
My name is Jiman He, and the owner of the 7123 Smith Road property.
Okay.
And yeah,
He's frozen.
Okay, so would you like to present your application?
yes, I bought this property in May 2025. I need a bigger place for all my 3 kids, hockey rink, backyard rink, and even myself play basketball. So I end up this one because I also have a service. The business is not running on site, it's outside, go to custom mobile. So I have a 1 service truck parking on my lot, yes. And whatever the complaint from there, what I see, I understand is that the noise from the house actually in their neighborhood building a swimming pool construction. I think Rebecca on site do the inspection, and she saw it and said, okay, it's a construction on the swimming pool and the pool house is a big one, just side by side, 34, 30, 36. So the 30 is making a big swimming pool construction. Even now it's still ongoing. Actually, they did during Christmas time, only of 25th. Because that's nice for a few days, they're making those grinding noise. I'm mobile mechanic, I always go out in the morning, 6 o'clock, come back home at night. So never have time to do those just parking. So I don't understand how that noise come from. First thing. Second thing is that in order to park it this way, I have a lot of I have a tractor, I have a RV, I have a camping trailer, I have 3 personal vehicles, and also one I call a sports car. So I need those one I park inside. I paying for almost $1,000 for the parking outside now. I cannot bring it in. I think Rebecca's not here. So now at the beginning, yes, I didn't know that after I bought the property, I bought two containers for storage, all the furniture, sofa, bike, all those being the tractor can drive in, lawn mowing and snow blowing. But then say, okay, I'm not allowed to park the container. So okay, I get rid of it. So I follow the rules. I said, okay, I get rid of those two containers. Now everything's exposed outside in my tractor. So now I said, okay, I cannot do anything. Now I end up that, okay, maybe I will, for the be a good neighbor, put everything inside, not outside, right? So the noise, I didn't see absolutely no noise. I don't know why the noise come from, but construction, because I'm mobile guy, always outside. So I ended up to do this because the shape. So I do the survey, ask the company, they said, you cannot do anything on this side because the synthetic system. So, and this side, before I bought the property, it was compact. Probably from the father-in-law, whatever, 3-4 years, 20-40 years ago, already compact. And this shape here is just right here that has to be rectangular. If I make like a square, and let's go to our mall, and this is a small one, my wife say, I'm gonna use it for my own. That's a really small one, only one car garage, and it's really low. Even the pickup cannot. I have to cut my guard to go in. I just 2 weeks ago I damaged my garage already anyway, because drive the car in and out. So then I end up, okay, keep this one for my wife. I built this one. So the size come up this one is we misunderstood the law, the rule, the bylaws. They said 2,000 square feet, so we just do it. Just right under 2,000 square feet. But and then after handing the application, I say, oh no, you got to include all the accessories. So then I talked to my designer and look, if I will do it, probably another $2,000-$3,000. If you ask for the balance, probably the same, like maybe 1,000, actually 1,000, which they want to pick. For me, I said, okay, obviously I want to pick this way, less money. If I do it, then it's gonna pay another 2,000 indoor here. So for money, this time I always think that way. So that's I ending up this size. That's why they have always say, oh, 30%. But single building is under 2,000 square feet, under the limit. So that's how they come up the size. 71, it is little odd number. It no reason. Just come out. I want to maximize at the beginning for that under 2,000, so that I can put my RV camping trailer and those in. That's all what it's for.
Thank you. Have a seat there, and we'll turn it over to members of the public. So anybody in the audience like to come forward and speak or ask questions? Yes. Have a seat. Please state your name and address.
Sure, my name is Scott Ritchie, 43 Reed Court. I live right beside or behind him, so I can see his property. I think our kids are friends. I don't know where he's smoking. He's running a business over there. He's grinding. My wife sent a note. Everyone's sending in a note. He has multiple transport. He's not building a rink. I don't think he can build a rink. Yeah, he's running a business. I'm not sure what to say about that, but he's gonna build a giant unit. He's gonna run a business. He has guys over there every day working, and it's residential. So I get the home business, but
No, it's not home business.
is it?
You very peer mobile.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, so.
I don't know why people are.
Okay, so hang on a second. If you have any questions, direct them to me and I'll pass them on to him.
Okay. Big running business.
Got it?
Yeah, like it's riding every day, running a business. He has employees over there. We've got kids in the neighborhood. It's just unsafe, frankly. Yeah, it's just not ideal. That's all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anybody else in the audience? Come on forward. Would it be easier for you, given that you're in McCain, to speak from there, or you want to go? All right.
My name is Craig Holmes. I live at 30 Visser Drive, and my entire back property line of about 200 feet is adjacent to this property. I can't speak with certainty that he's running a business out of there, but what they say is that there's all kinds of comings and goings, and I have pictures of that yard with multiple trucks there. Two, they look like container, shipping containers, and the like coming and going from the lot. I'm very curious to know what the height of that building is going to be, and what it's going to be made out of. Is it going to be a Quonset hut? Is it going to look like something that has some style? Because I can see about, 4 or 5 feet of the top of an 18-wheeler truck there. And I get to see the truck logo that's hanging over into my yard and my neighbor's yard, and it's an eyesore. And I have to admit, yes, he's right. Some of the noise out of the backyard has been coming from my backyard as they were putting some stone up on my house. But it's being done within the hours that are allowed, 7 to 9 p.m. I believe. And it's usually done well before that, with it getting dark at 5 o'clock these days. But to the issue of not doing anything out there, Christmas Day there was nobody on my lot doing anything, and all that noise that people heard was coming from.
Let me just strictly discuss the application as for a minor variance to allow for a building of a certain size which exceeds the permitted coverage of the property.
Okay, well, I'm looking right there on that chunk that's going to be a lot on. Like, I'd like to know what the height of the building is going to be, because it's going to be, what's the offset there? It's going to be viewable on my as a big wall behind my back fence.
You know, it's going to go to our
The height is under the limit, 14 feet.
14 feet.
Yeah, 1/4, I think 1/4, isn't it, Bill?
Yeah, it's below 16'5".
Yeah,
16.
anything is under the limit.
16.
16, okay. So,
It's below 16'5".
Okay, but hang on a second. Let's not get into conversations here. We have two gentlemen here at the front. He's asked his designer, he's given the answer at 16. What is it, 14?
I don't have the drawings in front of me, but we're submitted to the township. It's
what
below
I did it show there on the drawing there, pic. May I explain just one?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Yeah, anything is under limit, only the size.
Okay,
Because
so
that's
it's
original.
within prescribed bylaw requirements. Okay, that's all I need to know.
Okay, well, by increasing that square footage, he's increasing the massive billboard I have to look at in my backyard. As he parks trucks there, and now when he puts that building there, it's gonna be the same thing.
Okay.
And it's an eyesore. And I have to admit, I think 3,000 square feet's a lot of garage. And I'm not sure he isn't running a business out of there too.
Thank you. Any other comments from the any members of the audience would like to make comments or ask questions?
Yes. Yeah, my name is Robert Burke, and I live at 34 Visser, which is in the corner. I guess my first question is, the drawing that was submitted, that's a 2,100 square foot facility, as I see it, by the dimensions. Is that correct? And it was, I think, written in as 16 feet height, from what I read on the application. So I just, if that could be clarified.
The applicant.
Yes. It's under that limit. By law, I will read it real carefully. Take the midpoint of the height and the ceiling there, which is now is 14 feet as a height under the limit. And the size everything is under limit is based on what we misunderstood the law, that the by law. Single building under 200 square meters. That's how I understand the bylaw at the beginning.
Any other questions?
So what the applicant is asking for is a 3,000 foot building, which is not in that drawing, so it would be approximately a third beyond that.
No, what he's asking for is the building plus what's existing there already. It's a combination of the two.
So the actual new build will be 2,100 feet as drawn.
Correct.
Okay. I just wanted.
30 by 11.
30 by 71.
Oh.
So why would he need a variance if he's going to be,
The total sum of the two buildings requires a variance.
the garage
And,
and the thing?
so
Thank
if he didn't have the, other garage, he wouldn't have been coming here.
Understand. I would like to just put out there. Is the intention to park a reefer truck inside that underneath the 16 feet, which I understand is a reefer truck would fit in there. That his intention is to be repairing and doing work as a repair shop on that site.
So the truck and trailer height plus the EOS, there's no way you can back into the garage. You cannot back in.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Hang on a second.
So if they said it is, because I'm mechanic that I know design that one is for my mobile. I'm allowed to park one truck, is my work truck. I designed it for my work truck. They see that my work truck always parking there in the morning, 6 o'clock, go out, come back at night, 6, 7 p.m. That's for my work truck.
I'm not sure I understand. The work truck is going to be parked inside the structure?
That's what I understand.
Yes,
That's
Yes.
what you're building it for?
Yes. and RV and trailer and camping, all my personal, whatever the hobby, everything inside.
May I ask, is it going to be a peaked roof or is it going to be a flat roof?
Peak roof. Peak roof.
If the peak will be 16 feet, so, and is there any drawing that has been submitted that as far as design, architectural design?
I'm sure that the staff at the building department has the appropriate drawings. We're strictly here for a minor variance, and minor variance is strictly to do with the area, coverage area on the property. It's got nothing to do with the height, it's got nothing to do with the dimensions, it's strictly for the excess of the lot coverage permitted by law.
I understand, Mr. He, there has been construction, but the notice of noise complaints, that was clearly over and above any construction. That was completely separate to when even construction began at Craig's house.
Again, that is
I
not,
understand.
that's not an issue before this committee. The issue before this committee is strictly a minor variance application. Any issues with noise bylaws, there's a separate process available on the township website. You can file a complaint. The bylaw officer will come back out. I was wondering if our clerk can clarify that process a little bit for me.
Yes, through Mr. Chair, so on the township's website, so I'm just gonna pull it up so I can hear. On the township's website, under government, you'll find a webpage called bylaws. And at the top of that page, we have our bylaw complaint form. So if you click on that link, you can go in and fill out the bylaw complaint form, and that enables our bylaw enforcement officers to go and investigate.
Is there any way we could see on the screen what the architectural drawing is? Isn't that significant to the,
Again, this is,
I understand,
and I'd say no.
but we will be able to see that. The architectural drawings that you say that have been submitted,
Well, they have been submitted,
but we're not able to see that.
can you please, comment on that?
Yeah, through you, Chair. So, as the chair has mentioned, the application is related to the lot coverage. So the applicant isn't required to provide the architectural drawings for the public's information with respect to the minor variance because it's only related to lot coverage.
May I respectfully ask the gentleman if he could describe it to us? If he would like to, as a good neighbor.
Would you like to describe it to you? You're under no obligation to do so.
I can tell a little bit in my mind, just a regular, I would say, three door garage, that size, just biggest size for the garage. That's all. No other like fun. Look, if you say something else, there's no electricity, and then no those things, how you run business. No way. All that, just bigger garage.
There's, yeah, I guess it's not my place to ask if the intention is to run those machines again, the grinding of metal, which we all believe was to do with contravening bylaws, and it was a very serious concern. That's why a lot of us are here. And I'm not sure if we could ask how many official letters have been received over and above the two that we saw on the screen.
We had 6 total.
It's strictly associated with this minor application. There have been other letters received with respect to noise, but not part of this submission.
Okay. Is it fair to ask how many of those have been received?
No.
From the
because it's
77 members of,
We're strictly talking about the minor variance before us.
Right.
We're not talking about noise complaints. As the clerk mentioned, if there's issues with noise complaints, there's a separate process for that. And I was wondering if you could talk about the confidentiality of those noise complaints.
Yeah, so through your chair, so staff can't speak publicly regarding bylaw enforcement matters for privacy reasons, so we can't provide any information. That being said, if you have concerns regarding noise, you can submit your bylaw complaint, and then that enables bylaw enforcement staff to investigate.
I understand. So when I wrote my letter of objection, I did include the noise factor as well as to the size.
Yes.
That has been cleared up as a result, just that was my question. So I don't think I have further question. I thank you and
Thank you for coming forward. Are there any other members of the audience like to come forward and then speak? Yes, please.
Good evening. My name is Dagmar Walczyk. I reside at 26 Visser Drive, which is exactly backing onto Mr. He property. And I am strongly opposed, approving of this extended garage, as I witness his activity daily, and he is running a business. Having approved, if council approves the extension of the building that he's trying to build, this is a green light for more business to be conducted at that property. I am strong. I see not his one truck, I see his 2 trucks, his trailers, all from my bedroom, kitchen, and family room windows. Now, I moved here from a busy town to enjoy the beauty of Buslinch, of countryside living, right? And I am honestly, since this gentleman moved in, there is everything but noise. The appearance of the lot looks like a junkyard. Noise and just activities, daily activities going on. He wakes me up at 4 a.m.
Sorry, madam.
backing out
Sorry, madam.
with his truck, not 6 a.m.
Madam, I'm sorry, we're strictly dealing with a minor variance application.
So I would-
for us.
I
We're Dealing
understand.
with any noise complaints as was
I have-
described to a previous
I
candidate.
have
There's a separate
submitted
process.
several letters, and I hope
Okay, I'm sorry.
they will be
Anything
addressed.
else to say about the minor variance application?
I am opposed to this, and I strongly would ask that all of you put yourself in our shoes. living next door to that. This is not what we asked for, so against, 100% strongly against this enlarged building being built, because it will be used for business purposes. And the height of it, I already look at his trucks daily. The height of it will accommodate a large transport trailer, truck trailer, because it requires a variance of 13.4 to 13.6 feet. He is trying to get 14 feet under a beam,
I'm sorry,
so against it, absolutely against it.
any other comments?
That's all. I hope you please all understand where we're coming from. We support small businesses but not at the expenses of someone else. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other? Yes?
My name is Duncan Davidson, and I live at 68 Heritage Lake Drive. And I'll just be brief. But what I'm not hearing in this conversation is there is a defined maximum square area as per the bylaw. That's defined. And what I'm hearing, or I think I'm hearing, is, well, we designed it. I heard this on the other one. We designed it. It exceeds the limit. So let's go for a variance. When you're considering a decision on this, I'd like you to consider how that maximum square area was arrived at. It wasn't a number that was just pulled out. It was made with a lot of thought, and consideration, and logic, and a rational basis for it. So we've been talking about, well, let's exceed it or not exceed it, but that's my point, is please consider what was the criteria for that maximum square area. Not just, oh, let's go for a variance or not a variance. Why was it, how did that number arrive, and why was it selected? It wasn't just happenstance. Thank you.
So you can just summarize the last comment. You can make the same answer you made before with respect to the size.
So, my property size is under 1 hectare, which is allow me to build a accessory size is 21 square feet, 200 square meters, 200 square meters, Monica, right? So then this just under 200 square meters is single building. That's how come up. After we hand in application, they asked me to pay the fee, and they said, no, it's not that much, like over what I expect. And then they explained that, oh, your all size have to include all the accessories, which is that small garage, single car garage. That's the actual that's actual. So, which means if I remove the small one, this single building complete under limit, I do not need to go variance. So then why I go variance? Because money. So yeah, if I don't go variance, rejoin it, that's around another $2,000, probably the design fee. If I go variance, which I pay $4,000. So I say, okay, I take a risk and go through the variance, save me $200 if go through, approved. If not, yeah, we taking a chance. If not, it's not. Then I shrink the size down to meet the requirements, maybe just under the 200 square feet, shrink down the size. But this building, I need that storage. It has to go, honestly, doesn't matter the size or not, it is a goal. I need for storage, my RV, I'm paying $40 a month outside now. My RV, sorry, my RV, my trailer, my tractor. All those my personal stuff is now is posted outside and parked in outside now. I paying $5 a month. So this building, it is a must to go, just variance or not. If not variance, I'm fine. Then I build it smaller.
Thank you. Okay, one last ask. Are there any other members of the audience who'd like to speak? And are there any people online who'd like to speak? Okay,
Is it okay if I just, then from back here?
sure.
Okay, my name is Bill Spira. I was retained by Jing Wendy to prepare the drawings for his accessory structure. Just to sort of put things in context here, and I know Jing's asked me to come here on his behalf because his English is a little rough. This whole project started in response to him trying to clean up his property to make his neighbors happier. He was hoping to put all of his material that he's collected over the years in a building so that the neighbors don't have to look at it. We looked at the zoning bylaw. I looked at the zoning bylaw. The maximum square footage for an accessory structure is 10% of the lot area to a maximum of 200 square meters. We did the math. We calculated that we could do a building roughly 30 feet by 70 feet, 2,100 square feet that would meet zoning. I submitted the drawings to the Portland Building Department and zoning and said, because I deal with a number of different municipalities and everybody has their own, particular definitions and quirks. And I asked for a pre-review and they sent it back to me and said, everything looks fine. And then it wasn't until when we were in for building permit that we discovered that by definition, accessory structures for the maximum coverage for the lot includes all accessory buildings. And you're allowed to have up to 3 on one piece of property. Jing has one other building on his property, which is his accessory garage, which his wife and his kids use. It also includes, there's an exterior covered area on the side of the proposed building, which Jing wants to basically have, there's no walls around it, but it has a roof structure. It's there for a couple reasons. I put it there purposely to give it more of a residential look. We put stone on the front of the building to make it look more residential than industrial. We've extended, the other purpose for the roof extension is to bring the height down and bring it more into scale, keeping with the residential property. But that outside area, even though it's not enclosed and part of an interior building, counts towards square footage of an accessory building. So the reason why his number is high is because it was an oversight on my part and a definition that I missed. My recommendation to Jing was, we can reduce the size of the building, or we can apply for a variance and go a little bit higher. If we do the calculation on all the accessory buildings, that's the proposed building, that's the existing accessory 2-car garage and the covered area, it works out to 3.19% of his lot. That's how much he's covering in buildings. If we reduce the square footage of the building so that it is underneath the existing 2-car garage and the proposed added together and get rid of the covered area on the side of the building, the best we're going to be is 2.19% of our lot. We're reducing the property coverage by 1%, which to me, on a nearly it's almost 96,855 square feet of property. And what are we gaining? We're gaining basically 1%. So do you mind, can I ask a question to the committee? Is if this variance, and the only thing that he's asking for a variance is the fact that the square footage is higher because we didn't take into account an unenclosed space and an existing 2-car garage. He can remove the unenclosed accessory part on the side of the building. He can even tear down the garage, and then he's under, and there's no need for a variance. Public opinion has no say in this matter. He can just go ahead and build whatever he wants to do. If you turn this down, I think what he's going to instruct me to do is to reduce the size of the building so everything is underneath the current zoning bylaw, and then he's going to build the building. I'm hearing a lot of people saying, I don't like the noise on this guy's property. I think I want my neighbor.
Hang on a second.
Sorry, I know I'm a little off topic.
We're strictly talking about the minor variance application. you're talking about the design of the building, it's all within scope,
Okay, so
but
I'll just-
anything else beyond that?
I'll just finish with this. If the minor variance is not granted, is he allowed to resubmit with meeting all the current zoning bylaws with no input from the neighbors?
We're strictly dealing with the minor variance application before us. Anything beyond that is speculation on our part here. What's before us is strictly the minor variance application.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. Can anybody ask me any questions?
No, you're a delegate, you're speaking type of thing.
Okay, thank you.
I have one more question, if I can come join you up there?
Sure.
Should I just speak from here?
You can speak from there if you want.
I'm Jordan Falco, I'm at 38 Visser Drive, right around the corner from the gentleman's property. Obviously, the reason we're all here today is we feel that this will enable you to run your business out of your shop, whether you're doing it, not doing it today, is up for debate. But my question would be is that if you do allow for this variance and the business is being run out of that, is there a way that we can put a constraint on this that then would have him take it back or something like that? Because we feel strongly that this is putting our community at risk from a sense of noise and obviously the view to his property and this potential building.
Yeah, leave it to us to discuss as part of our deliberation.
Okay.
Anybody else? Yes,
Can I speak from here?
sure.
My name is Yaroslav Kowalczyk. I live right behind this guy. But he said, he got only one truck parked on his yard right now. He got two. I just took the picture on the way here.
I'm
That may
sorry,
be high.
we're talking about the minor variance. I'm not talking about the trucks. If there's a complaint associated with a number of trucks, that's a bylaw complaint. It's got nothing to do with this minor variance application before us.
That means you guys not doing your job because he's
I'm
supposed to.
sorry,
have only one truck.
sorry, that's enough.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying.
That's enough. We're talking strictly about the minor variance. And if you're besmirching the committee members, I'm gonna ask you to leave. If not,
Okay.
then I'll call the meeting to stop and we'll break.
Okay, so the thing is, I basically don't want to see another big 50-foot tree.
Sorry, that's it. We're
Alright,
talking
Mr.
about the
Rush.
minor variance.
Okay, so I'm not allowed to.
We're talking about the minor variance. We're not talking about the trucks on the property. It's strictly a bylaw enforcement matter, period.
Right, so I don't want to see anything bigger than.
I'm sorry, that's enough. Please sit down. That's fine.
Yes, can I stay here?
Sure.
I am from I'm Margaret Shaw from 65 Heritage Lane Drive. You know, I understand he bought this house half a year ago, or like 8 months ago. When he bought this property, he knew it. It's a residential or partially agriculture portion. So, you know, I thought if he has a family and kids, he wouldn't build that big garage on his property. He would build a regular, maybe double or triple garage, regular size, height for regular property, not as the business garage for the trailer, which would fit in this huge building, basically. So, you know, I would say also because Wellington is a basically nice street, I mean, comparing to this nice property which we left, and it would really destroy the view. Like everybody are saying, there is so many cars over there, and unfortunately, it's true, it's a messy place. I understand he has few buildings, but if you clean, it's clean. It looks clean for everyone. It doesn't from the beginning doesn't keep clean. It will be even bigger mess with more trucks, more cars on the property. So I don't agree either, you know. I think it shouldn't be, unfortunately.
Thank you. Anybody else? Do we have anybody in the audience?
If anyone in the audience on Zoom would like to speak on this matter, if you could please use the raise your hand function. Okay, we'll start with you, Mark. Mark, you're muted if you want to unmute and go ahead.
Mark, you're muted. I can see the red symbol beside your computer screen.
Let's go to the next.
Okay, if there's anyone else that would like to speak on Zoom, if you could please use the raise your hand function now. See anyone else?
Mark, are you there?
He's just logged off.
Logged on.
Yeah, I don't know if he's trying to rejoin or.
Okay, we'll wait a few minutes to see if he rejoins.
Hey, Mark, I see you've rejoined. Are you able to speak?
My goodness, my technology abilities. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we
Yeah,
can.
we can. Please
Super, thank
state your
you.
name.
It's Mark Graham, and Donna Crummy is my wife. We're at 56 Heritage Lake, and we just want to express our view that we are 100% object to this variance, and we just want our voice to be heard. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else want?
Not at this time.
Okay, so let's turn it over to committee members. Okay, Kim, questions of the applicant?
Just one question. The existing garage, how old is that?
As old as the house.
As old as the house?
Yeah, it's
And-
so low, I just damaged the door now.
Very good. And it's block construction or,
What do you mean like
what's it made of?
Like
Wood? Wood walls,
the
block
wall,
walls, concrete walls?
no, not concrete wall. It's just like I would say, if you push hard, you fall.
Okay. And it's currently just used for just miscellaneous storage?
For all those, let's say, the table
Okay.
and chairs and the kids hockey stick, basketball, soccer, all those things.
And given the current state of that particular building, would it be, I guess, terrible to take that down in order to stay within your limits?
My wife mentioned about that. I would like to use this one for my car. That's what she wants. And I said, okay, you keep it. And then I try to put all my stuff on this bigger one. If at the end it didn't go out, and then I said, okay, I shrink the size. But my wife, I want a small one for my own self because the garage, the garbage bin, all those things. I would say he's in charge of that small one. She's in charge of that small one.
Okay. You have questions? Okay, Joe.
I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Chris.
Just so I understand correctly, you've got quite a collection of trailers on the property.
Yes.
Driven by a couple of times over the last few days. Will they all go into the new garage?
I will get it off. If I have a garage, I get it off minimum. I'm free now. That free come out because I have to remove 2 containers. I bought the 2 containers in June, and then I remove it after the complaint comes, right? So then all the stuff, I talked to the city, the township. I said, am I allowed to put this like a camping or cargo trailers because I cannot expose anything outside, right? They said yes. So I bought those 3 on purpose for storage. So now it's full. If I have that garage, at least I'll get it up to.
Thank you. I think that covers it for me. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so staff has suggested the following question, following condition, that the owner demonstrate zoning compliance for the property to the satisfaction of the township. In other words, the minor variance is conditional on the owner demonstrating zoning compliance for the property. Any questions, comments on that? No?
Sorry, so did you have trouble
I
hearing?
had trouble hearing.
Okay, what it says that the owner demonstrates zoning compliance for the property to the satisfaction of the township. That's a condition that would be as part of this minor variance should be approved.
Thank you.
Okay, so fair enough. So let's go around the table, and again, it's either approved, opposed, or deferred, and it includes the condition I just read out. So again, it's to be minor application considerations. It's minor in nature, desirable for the appropriate development and use of the property, to be within the general intent and purpose of official plan, and to be the general intent and purpose of zoning bylaw. Tim?
Approve the condition.
I approve with the conditions.
Okay.
And I approve with the condition.
And I approve with the condition. Okay, and subject to 20-day appeal period.
Thank you so much.
All right.
I will be a good neighbor, don't worry. Okay, we just see the building, we don't see anything else.
Great, thank you. We're done, that item. So you're welcome to stay or leave if you like. Okay, we'll move on to the next one, 7.4, D13, PHI, Philip David, 6 Pavilion, PBT, Township of Portsmouth, requested relief on new comprehensive zoning bylaw 23-2018 as amended section 14.0, site specific special provisions, table 14.1, site specific special provisions number 86 to permit a total lot coverage of 43% instead of maximum 35% as required. And then requesting relief of new comprehensive zoning bylaw 23-2018 as amended section 14.0, site specific special provisions, table 14.1, site specific special provisions number 86 to allow the front yard setback of 2.1 meters instead of 3 meters as required. Okay, Monica, over to you. Please summarize the application, notification, submission requirements, outlining staff, agency, and public comments and recommendations.
We didn't receive any objections from our internal departments. We did have one letter of objection from the condo board that was included in the agenda that I can bring up if needed, but.
Okay, was part of the package?
Yes.
It was, okay, I don't think it's necessary to bring it up. Okay, then, so let's have the applicant or agent come forward and make the presentation.
My name is David Philp. I reside at 6 Pavilion Road in Mini Lakes. What we're trying to do is my wife and I bought the place in August last year, and it came with a deck. And what we wanted to do was just put an awning. We just want to cover the deck. That's all we're looking to do. When we bought the place, I guess with the house and the existing shed, that was at the 35%. So we're looking to add the front to cover the front porch and the side deck. And the variance is when just because of the angle of the road, our post coming down that holds the awning is that 2.1 variance from the road. That's basically it.
All right, fair enough. So, Monica, are there any people in the audience like to speak? I mean, online?
If anyone in the audience on Zoom would like to speak to this matter, if you could please use the raise your hand function now.
Okay, is there anybody in the audience who'd like to speak on this item? No? Okay, so let's turn over to committee members. Kim, any questions? Hero, any questions? Chris?
So just to clarify, you're not expanding the deck, you're just covering the deck.
Just covering. We're actually not even attaching it to the deck. We're having go in front of the deck and then attaching it to the house.
Yeah.
So that's all we're doing.
That's it, thank you.
Okay, I don't have any questions either. So again, let's go around the tables, either approve, opposed, or deferred. And there's no conditions associated with this one. I got.
Has raised their hand online.
Well, somebody else raised their hand online. Okay, fair enough. Let's hear the person out.
Go ahead, Sasha.
Hi there, just wondering why the
Would you
condo
please
board
hang on a
rejected it.
second, Sasha, hang on a second. Would you please state your name and address for the record?
Yes, my name is Sasha Aguilera. I live at 18 Olympia Avenue.
Okay, go ahead,
And
please.
my question is just why did the condo board reject it? Do we know?
I can only say that because I sat beside one of the board members on New Year's Eve. What he told me was they are now rejecting anything that comes through the board from the township because, excuse me, because they don't want to show favoritism. So what they're doing is anything that's been proposed that goes to them, they're saying an automatic no. Just because they don't want it, it's not them to make the decision. That's what the gentleman told me. It's the decision of the town council. It's not their rights to, or not their rights, it's they just want to get involved in showing, yeah, they showed favoritism here and favoritism there. That's how it was explained to me. Unless it was anything
Right.
different, I don't see it. Yeah,
They want to
that's
remain
what it was.
neutral. That
Yes,
makes
they want
sense.
to remain neutral and not have anything to do with, okay, they allowed us, but they didn't allow them, that type of thing. So they just say no to everything.
Sure, that makes sense. Leave it to the township. Thank you. That was everything.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Sasha.
All right, we're back to either approving, opposing, deferred. Kim.
Okay.
Carol.
I approve, so.
Chris. Approved. And I approve as well. Okay, and subject 20-day appeal period. That's great, thank you.
Can I ask a question? Do I leave the sign up now for 20 days? Is that what I do? Or do I take that sign down? I don't know how that works. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much, guys.
Okay, appreciate it. Alrighty, so what we did is we did not, we're going out of the meeting now. And what I like to do is staff to take care of all the resolutions that we have unattended. In other words, the actual agenda items. So we can read them all.
Yeah, in the matter of the minor variance application D13 MAS Mass, Deborah and Richard. The resolution is as follows. The report D13-2026-002 entitled minor variance application D13-MAS be received for information. And whereas the applicant is proposing to permit a reduced lot frontage for the retained parcel as a result of an approved severance B30-25. And whereas this application is required as a condition of consent application B30-25 that was approved in October 2025 at the County of Wellington Land Division Committee. The consent application would sever 0.78 hectares of land with an existing dwelling, resulting in a frontage of the retained vacant parcel being 20 meters and a lot area of 2.45 hectares. And whereas the variance requested would provide relief from section 11.4, reduced agricultural lot requirements of the township's zoning bylaw 2018-023 to permit a minimum lot frontage of 20 meters, whereas 25 meters is required under table 11.3 of the zoning bylaw. Whereas the minor variance application would maintain the general intent and purpose of the county officials plan and zoning bylaw and is desirable and appropriate for the development of the subject property. Therefore, the planning staff consider the request to be minor and have no concerns with the application.
Okay, a mover. Yeah. Second, Kim, all in favor? Okay, so we got all these other ones. So what I'm gonna suggest is we just read the actual title. And if there's any changes, and we'll have to go through it.
Okay. For number 7.2, minor variance application D13 SYE Saeed Nasser. There were no changes to the suggested resolution.
Okay, I have a mover. Chris. Okay, all in favor? Great, thank you. Next one.
For item 7.3, minor variance application for D13-HEJ He Jin Wen. There was one condition, as noted, that the owner demonstrate zoning compliance for the property to the satisfaction of the township and no other changes.
Okay, mover, Chris, second Kim, all in favor? Okay, and the last one,
Item 7.4, minor variance application for D13 PHI Philp David. And there are no changes to the resolution as proposed.
okay, mover, Kim, second. You're all in favor? Great, thank you. All right, so now we're going to finish off this meeting. Any new business? None? Staff report? None? Okay, can you read the resolution for adjournment?
That the Committee of Adjustment hereby adjourns at 8:20 PM.
Yeah, mover for that. Drew. Second. Chris, all in favor? Good, thank you. All right, so let's move into the next agenda. Planning and Development Advisory Committee. Organize for that, this stuff, not here. For that. And then look at my other agenda. Right. Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order for the Planning and Development Advisory Committee meeting for January 13th by electronic participation in person. And there'll be one consent that will be considering and providing comments to the County Planning Committee meeting, which is scheduled for February the 12th. Great, thank you. Okay, roll call. We'll start with Kim.
Here.
Kira Latia.
Present.
Chris Picard.
Present.
And I, Council Johnson, is present as well. Kim, I forgot to mention your full name, Kim McCarthy. Okay, we'll go for a moment of reflection right now. Okay, thank you. Do we have any disclosures of conflict of interest? No. Okay, so let's have you read the consent agenda, Monica.
That the committee approves the January 13th, 2026 PDAC agenda as circulated.
Okay, move for that. Kim, second, Carol, all in favor? Thank you. All right, so there's no delegations, there's no general interest items. There's no notice of public meeting. So we're moving on to report 9.1, Plan Division, 9.11, BA2-25, Hutchinson, Geraldine, and Kevin, 7525, Mountain 36, Part Lot 31, Concession 8, Township Postage. Proposed severance is 0.45 hectares with 42-meter frontage, existing vacant land for proposed residential use, retained parcels 0.93 hectares with 99-meter frontage, existing proposed urban residential use with existing dwelling. And again, I'll reiterate that the committee's mandate is only to provide comments to the county's land division committee when it considers this matter for approval. So I'll ask the applicant or agent to please come forward and make the presentation.
Bear with me. Go ahead, Haley.
Oh, hi, thanks. Hello again. Haley Keys from Van Harten Surveying. So this application, it's a new rural residential severance proposed in Morriston. The severed parcel is vacant, where a dwelling is proposed, and the retained parcel will contain the existing dwelling. Due to the site features with significant grade changes, we prepared a conceptual grading plan to ensure that the site would be able to be developed on, just with the slope. And that was submitted with the severance application, and the entrance was also evaluated, given the slope, with the county roads department on site, just to ensure safe access was possible. And they also evaluated the guardrail posts along the front yard. And after the meeting, it was determined that a driveway can be installed to the severance, and the existing driveway to the retained parcel will remain. So the severance is a natural fit given the large open space and the relevant zoning items are met. And yeah, if there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Okay, so, Martha, were there any agency comments received that were not included in the report?
No.
Okay, and are there any registrants received to speak?
If there is anyone on the Zoom meeting that wishes to speak to this matter, if you'd like to use the raise your hand function now. No one.
Okay, all right, so we'll go around the committee members. Yeah. Sure.
No questions.
Questions?
No questions, it was clear.
I have no questions as well. All right, so, let's read the resolution, Monica, and then just gonna vote on it.
Through you, Mr. Chair, would you like me to read out?
No, I'll just summarize,
Okay, that the committee supports severance application B 82-25, subject to the conditions that were included in the agenda pack.
okay, very good, so mover. Okay, all in favor? Great, thank you.
Great,
All right,
thanks
that's it.
everyone. Have a good night.
You too. All right, so we have no zoning bylaw amendments, any staff reports?
Sure, I just want to check that we approved the minutes to the consent agenda. I might have missed.
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
So the resolution is as follows, that the Planning and Development Advisory Committee approves the minutes from the meeting held on November 12th, 2025.
Okay, mover. Okay. Second, yeah, all in favor? Great. Any new business? None? Chairman? One?
That the Planning and Development Advisory Committee hereby adjourns at 8:27 PM.
All right, mover. Chris, second, Kim, all in favor? All right, great, thank you. So shut her down.
I have to stop the recording versus that. Okay, good night, everybody.